Hey. Trust me, I didn't want you to see me this way. I had a whole plan for this video, what it would look like, how it would come together, and it was all gonna be done during my winter break, and then boom! I get sick right before I decide to do voiceover. And then just non-stop things getting in the way. Holidays, hanging out with friends, and then immediately going back into school with new classes, schedules, and then on top of that, all new different responsibilities and opportunities I have to get done, and it's just so many things, it's out of control, taking up so much time. All out of my control. As much as I wanted this to be fully animated, it just can't this time. This video is also supposed to be by the end of the year, so yeah. Okay, anyway, today I'm gonna go through my favorite K-Hiphop and K-RnB. Yeah, my favorite K-Hiphop and K-RnB releases of 2024.
But Ryan, what is K-RnB and K-Hip-Hop?
Really? Are you gonna keep asking dumb questions, or... Cause I don't think I can deal with that. You know, actually, that's a pretty good point. As an expert in the field, aka a weirdo who only listens to these genres and nothing else, I will say that K-Hip-Hop and K-RnB are just two genres that people use to describe any Korean music that isn't K-pop or K-ballads. Everything else, regardless of its true genre, is essentially just put into the K-Hip-Hop and K-RnB box. So really, this video is just the best Korean music I listened to in 2024, but that makes people think of K-pop, so... I wonder where that problem comes from! Also, I won't be able to play these songs for you. I allegedly may or may not have it in the background very quietly. So, after you've watched the video, you can check out the Spotify playlist down below, which has all the songs I talk about today, as well as some others I didn't have time to talk about. And if you don't have Spotify, then... Anyway, I hope you check out some of the stuff I talk about today. Genuinely. And without further ado, let's dive in. Starting off incredibly strong, we got my favorite album of the year, and one of my favorites in general, How Deep Is Your Love by Dress. There is so much to say about this album that would honestly take way too much time in this video, but I will just say, if you're looking for a feel-good album that can melt your cares away and just make you feel in love, this is perfect for you. The whole album is centered around love, how amazing it is, how confusing it is, and it's such a beautiful way of portraying it. Dress is one of, if not my favorite producer ever, and that's right, he produced the whole album, he didn't sing in it, but I just love how weird his stuff is. Dress can take some of the most unconventional sounds and noises and turn them into the most meaningful and beautiful songs that will make you ascend, and every vocal absolutely nails the vibe of each song. Just a beautiful experience all the way through, and it really takes you through every stage of love, I think. Lots of other stuff happened in January. On the K-pop side, I really liked Runaway by ITZY's Ryujin, especially the music video. It looks like it's straight out of Fallen Angels. Also, DPR Live came back as Tabin, taking a break from DPR for a little bit. Who knows if he'll be back, but Giggles was pretty fun. Definitely not up to par with the masterclass that is anybody out there, but there are some fun ones in there. Ghost Kid, Till I Live, Green Juice. Transitioning from January to February, we saw Wavy's Base Camp releasing a couple of songs. One was Camp with Cold, which was a nice little treat at the beginning of the year, and then fitting for February, we got Love featuring Soul. This song, man, Soul's voice, the horns in the background, and the beautiful vibe that absolutely matches the love feeling. I don't listen to a lot of Soul, but I feel like I should, because every time I do, it's like the most beautiful voice I've ever heard in my entire life. Just a perfect song for February. For people, it matters too, I guess. I don't know, man, I guess I really just like love songs. IU came back, and the world continued to turn. IU could honestly make the most mid music ever, and it would still feel like the greatest moment in history. But Chopper's music video was produced by DPR Ian. Crazy. Love Wins All featured V from BTS in the music video, but not the song, which is really funny to me. Haein from New Jeans was featured in Shh, which back then felt like an amazing thing to be able to say, but now feels like I'm talking about a war criminal. And Hoshi. I love that song. I very much prefer weird IU songs like Hoshi, Troll, Epilogue, DB. Ironically, her most popular songs like 8, Blooming, Celebrity, they're okay, but they didn't do it for me really. Just kidding, I saw her live and now my life has changed.
Child.
Why'd you get excited about the child?
I'm not excited.
Geary Boy returned. He released Drive Me Crazy as a way to announce his signing with Smiling Friends. Standard Friends, not Smiling Friends. Although that would be great. Standard Friends is Zion T and Slum's new label, and make sure you remember the name, because we'll be hearing it a lot today. Drive Me Crazy is a great song. It's very Geary Boy, upbeat vibe on the surface, but once you analyze the lyrics, you realize it's about inner turmoil, confusion, and deteriorating relationships. I love that stuff. And then... oh boy.
He's back!
Okay, like, he came back technically in 2023, but one song does not fully confirm anything in my opinion. It could have just been a little tease or just like a one-off thing or like a longer hiatus because he could have an album or something. I'm rambling. This song rules. Tabber never misses for me. His deep voice is so unique, and paired with the angelic voice of Dean, and you got a fire duo. I don't really know what the song's about, so whatever. All in all, the song's a work of art. Dean is back, and we'll get to see even more of him later on. In March, I got formally introduced to Milena. I had known about her because of her features and other stuff like that, but I never actively listened to her music until she released Foggy. If I had to explain her in like 2 words, it would be Korean leve. Lots of Latin and jazz inspiration. She has a perfect voice for it, and she writes a lot of her songs in English, which is cool. Also, I saw her live, and it was incredible. It was amazing. I don't know what to say. Standard Friends got another friend, Fisherman. Fisherman is a super unique producer. He has levels of music theory knowledge that I would never reach for ever. His music has chord progressions that work so well, and I don't know why. There's no universe why I'm smart enough to at least attempt to learn the music theory behind his songs. It's just way too much. But he did manage to hold it back for his DLC release. Stalking with PH1 and Lil Boy is great. Love those two. But Slide with Sumin and Giri Boy. The song was number 2, I think, on my Spotify Wrapped. I really just played this song over and over again. It's just a super catchy feel-good song. Sumin's voice is insane. Giri Boy is Giri Boy. I love that guy. And I really love the song. Please listen to it. I totally forgot to talk about the song that the actual music video is, and it's good. So, yeah. In April, Boy Next Door released their 3rd album, How. I already talked about this one before when I bought the physical album from Korea, but man, this was a great release. I would even say it's a perfect K-pop album. And I don't even like K-pop. What? What's so... Why are you laughing? Stop. It's not funny. Stop. R was my number 1 song of the year. Super upbeat, makes you feel alive, and oh, surprise, surprise, it's about love again. Oh yeah, and Earth, Wind & Fire's wacky nonsense. And the music video might be my favorite of the year. Just nothing but chaos. Definitely check it out if you have time. Oh, Standard Friends is back at it again with Sokodomo. Sokodomo is one of those artists that you never listen to regularly, but every once in a while will make a massive banger that everyone loves. I'm pretty shocked that OK wasn't as big of a hit as it could have been. I rewatched that music video like 30 times. I don't know why. A solid addition to Standard Friends, but we haven't even gotten to the ace yet. Just wait. Lil Boy joined Higher Music, which is amazing. Lil Boy is just one of those artists that doesn't miss for me very often. He's great at rapping, he's great at singing rap, and he's some of the best vibes in the field. Some of the best vibes in the field? What? Why do I write this way? If you saw me listening to High in public, you would have seen me visibly bopping back and forth. I can't not, dude. May brought me a pretty pleasant surprise. An Byung-eun being one of my new favorite artists was definitely not on my bingo card this year. Or even ever. But holy crap if this isn't an awesome album. I didn't realize his own work was really old school hip-hop and jazz inspired. He raps over some of the best instrumentals I've ever heard, and his flow is way better than anything I heard in the feature. This whole album was playing while I was in Japan and Korea, and I felt really cool. I even went back in his discography and fell in love with other stuff, so give him a shot if you're into old school hip-hop. I think you might like him. And yeah, Bubblegum and How Sweet came out in April, but like, who cares, am I right? Hey, who cares, right? Who cares? What's next? Oh! I really like Arm's Right Place, Wrong Person. Don't even think about saying it. I already know what you're gonna say. I already had to deal with it all last video. So many people are going, oh, you even said you hate BTS. I never freaking said I hated them, not a single time. And you wouldn't know that because BTS fans are the dumbest pieces. I love me some weird songs, man. I really enjoy the trippy, wacky vibe RM had with Right Place, Wrong Person. I really appreciate it from an artistic standpoint. I've read a lot on how people say RM is definitely not K-pop, but it won't be accepted into K-hip-hop because he's still an idol. So he's kind of just in his own world, which is pretty fitting if you ask me. I think everybody slept on Akmu's Hero in... Wait, what month are we in? Oh yeah, right. Such a beautiful song. Like, yeah, it's no lovely, but it's so nice. Especially with the second pre-chorus, with the bossa nova feel. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's so good. Junior released Rush. Junior will always be one of my favorite male vocalists, and Rush is just classic Junie, and I can never get enough of that. Plus Bobby on the feature? Fire. Epic High, man. Anti-Hero continued to feed my need for old school hip-hop vibes. As much as I love songs like Love Story, Home is Far Away, Rain Song, I always prefer the heavier rap songs like Face ID and No Thanks, and of course, Born Hater. Anti-Hero, Late Checkout, okay good. Dude, Epic High is so I was gonna say they're so old. They basically do everything on their own, and yet they still kill. Sometimes better than the new heads these days. Then we got Supernatural. Who cares, am I right? Right? Let's move on. Let's move on to... Yeah! Hyukoh and Sunset Rollercoaster collab for an album called I don't actively follow Hyukoh, and I never knew about Sunset Rollercoaster before this, but this album really just feels like it was made by musicians that love music. You can tell how intentional each song feels, and they really made it clear how much fun they were having with this album. Especially with there being so many people who worked on this album, collaborating wouldn't have been easy if they didn't love the act of making music, but they really do, and that's the best feeling I think you could get from listening. Dude, flat Coke. PH1's pop-off at 2023 was one of my highlights of the year, and I just want more music from a man. And then Youngji is the best everywhere. I don't know how she's so cool, dude. What the heck? Putting them together on a tiki-taka chill rap song with Spray on the track, and I've never been happier. It's so cool to see that even after Show Me the Money, PH1 and Youngji still work together and are just like buds. Dude, I freaking love this man! Standard Friends brings it back once again. Sumin and Sloam, the biggest powerhouse in producing. These two have been everywhere. Think of any Korean artist and they probably produced for them at least once. They had an album together called Miniseries and came back in June with Miniseries 2, and it's just as generational as the last. Sumin isn't just a great producer, but also an insane singer. Vocal is so unique and so powerful, it's crazy. And then combined with Sloam's tracks that always have the strongest hooks in any instrumental, and you have yourself an incredible album. And then, for show. Man, the song makes me so happy but so sad at the same time. There used to be a time when Higher was undefeated, just collecting ace after ace after ace. Back in the prime, we got Red and Blue Tape, Telefono, Giddy Up, Iffy. I'm saying this as if I was there. I wasn't, but I was there in spirit. They haven't necessarily lost their way, but after BRB, J Park left, CK and Hone made a new label, and everyone just kind of kept their own space while PH1 held it down. But seeing everyone come back for one last hurrah, with Groovy Room on it too, man, it feel good but also feel bad, man. Starting August, super strong, Cold's Youth and Nostalgia triple single. I've said it once, I've said it a million times, Cold is my favorite artist of all time. His entire discography, almost all of his features, I know them all. To some, it's just more Cold music, but to me, it's more Cold music. I genuinely don't know which of the three is my favorite. They all make me so happy, dude. And then I saw it live, so that makes it even more hard to pick, you know? And also, you know, I met them, but yeah, it feels like we're getting a more upbeat and carefree vibe from the upcoming album, and I cannot wait. And then, man, oh man, Kid Millie and Rad Museum. This was kind of random. I mean, yeah, Kid Millie had Rad on one of his Beige tracks, but a whole collab album together? This album took a few re-listens, but after that, oh man, what a fantastic hip-hop album. I sound like such a nerd talking about hip-hop. What a fantastic hip-hop album. First off, obviously they got Dean on SS, say something, I don't know, which is just mwah, chef's kiss. We had R&B Dean, and then we got hip-hop Dean, and I can feel the comeback coming, man. I feel it! And then Feel Good, Million Warrior, Foxy Plush, Talk Too Much, just bang after bang after bang. The others are great too, but these songs really took it out of the park for me. I love this album, and this wouldn't be the last we see of Kid Millie before the end of the year too. Wow, it was eating well in August. Penomako. Penomako is constantly underappreciated, man. I literally can't remember any time a release from Penomako has disappointed me. He delivers every time. And Organic 2 is such a fun album. Penomako always makes the best hooks in any song. His rap game is so strong, his vocals is so strong. Overall, an awesome album. And I love this man. The best song is ICN. Starting off September, Rosie. I can almost guarantee that at the most, only like 3 people watching this will know who Rosie is. Her music has a really melancholy feeling to it, at least the ones that she released this year. I can definitely see people saying it's not their thing, and that's perfectly fine, but for me, the music, voice, guitar, all perfectly can wrap up a night for me. Honestly, her releases this year were nowhere near close to her best in my opinion. In fact, I'm gonna break the rules a little bit. My absolute favorite song by Rosie is Twilight, but it's only on SoundCloud. Yeah, that's right, I'm tapped in like crazy, don't cross me. But one song you can check out is Escape, which popped off a while ago. That's a great song. I hope she releases more in 2025, and I hope it's more than just soft electric guitar instrumentals too, because her earlier stuff is fully produced tracks, and they're some of my favorite songs. Ironically, this video took so long that she actually did, so Cool. Miles Away by Gemini. This guy kind of just showed up, huh? He first appeared on Blue Tape for what seems like no reason, but hey, he popped off and man, I'm glad. This guy has a great voice and his songs are all kind of Latin inspired and a lot of them are in English. Perfect normie bait to get people to listen to Korean music that isn't K-pop. Baekhyun. I will always call him my favorite male vocal in K-pop. Pineapple Slice, despite having a dumb name, is super fun. But I really like Rendezvous. The progression in the chorus is super nice, the rhythmic piano and beat, and then his voice is just perfect. Sorry, definitely one of my favorites of the year. And then the exact same day, we got Play with Earth. Wave to Earth. The biggest normie bait for Korean music. What is there to even say about this album, or about Wave to Earth, that people already don't know? Come on. If you're watching this video, you probably already know them, and if you don't, fix that right now. If you're having a bad day or just not feeling it these days, listen to some Wave to Earth. I can't guarantee you'll feel happy, but I'm pretty sure you'll at least feel better. I've heard people say that this album wasn't up to par with the others, but I think it wasn't better, but it wasn't worse at all. It just made even more music. What else is there to say? But I also saw them live, so big plus. Just take a second and listen to this real quick. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Dude, I'm actually gonna cry for real. Why is it so good? Have I convinced you yet? My absolute favorite in the album is 100% Beck. The guitar solo at the end will never fail to make me smile, and hearing it live was beyond incredible. Boy Next Door came back with Dangerous and Nice Guy. Angsty Boy Next Door is really funny because look at these guys. They look like they would call the police on themselves for loitering. But Dangerous is a fun time, and Nice Guy is even better in my opinion. It doesn't reach the level of How at all. In fact, I found the rest of the songs to be pretty lacking, but it doesn't take away from how much I love Dangerous and Nice Guy. October. Oh man. Big Naughty and Kid Millie, dude. This album was teasing for show, so I was really looking forward to this one. And it completely exceeded my already high expectations. The first two songs were also produced by Dress. Instant win. Freestyle and made me feel like such a baller while listening to it. These two are unbelievably good with their flow. I really don't know what else to say. This album was on repeat for the whole month. Speaking of on repeat, Camo released Yours Truly. I will be real, I haven't given the whole album a shot yet. It's on my to-do list, but Waterfalls and Butterflies have stayed on my on repeat playlist ever since they were released. These two songs have some of the catchiest beats and choruses ever. I love these songs. I put Apata on here. Enough said. Okay. I got bounced by haters last video, and now I'm gonna get bounced again by the complete opposite demographic. I'm sorry, but I love Tic Tac. I'm sorry. It has the dumbest chorus in the world. It doesn't have that one moment that makes you love a song. You know, when there's like one section of a song that's good, so you like the whole song. But for some reason, I just can't get enough of it. That being said, this English version is maybe the worst thing they could have done. I told you to keep Standard Friends in your mind, and it finally will pay off. A video showed up on the Standard Friends YouTube, which was an introduction to Zin Choi, who made a short video introducing herself. Yeah, it's pretty good. Really cool. Oh yeah, and also...
Oh, by the way, I'm 15 years old.
Dude, what the heck? This girl is 15, and she made and sang these masterpieces? When I was 15, I was doing... Anyway, this artist needs more attention. I was constantly repeating Emergency Therapy over and over and over again. I couldn't get enough of the instrumental, the chorus, the little part that goes... Lovesick's drum and bass is so simple but so clean. But the beat and chorus on That Girl, oh man. This song is my favorite out of the album. Check out Zinchoi, dude. I promise you won't regret it. Well, you will, but only because you'll feel like you're way less impressive than her. Okay, we're almost there. We got a lot in November, holy. But nothing was like Private's full album release and scene. I had known about Private for a bit, but I never listened to any of their stuff, so I didn't have any idea of how good they were. These guys are like if you somehow got tired of Wave to Earth, but also not really. It's actually pretty messed up to say that, because they definitely will fall victim to being compared to Wave to Earth when they really are their own thing, but I'm not smart enough to explain how exactly that is. All I know is this band was formed on Discord, and they somehow are this good and managed to land on Viral 50 charts before they even met in person. So basically, they were gamers that just did other things. Anyway, Mona Lisa and Blue Salvia are the top picks. Can't get over the melodies. Oh, here's a bit of a random one. Skur by Hone and Giselle. I haven't been a big fan of Hone's releases as of late. Granted, I should give him another shot soon, but from what I've already heard, he is just kind of trying to be CK from 4 years ago. But Skur was really nice. The piano trap beat and the feature from Giselle from Espa? Really random. I didn't realize that she had this kind of vibe in her voice. She really could go crazy if she made a full-on hip-hop and R&B track. Or maybe she already did, I don't know. ISO came out with Ash. I don't have much to say about this one, I'm gonna be real. ISO's music is just a great vibe, and I think more people should check her out. And then, to end November off... Dean. What is there to say? How many times have I said that today? Any chance we get to hear Dean sing again is a major win, no matter the song. But it just so happens that the songs are also perfect. NASA and its music video are really beautiful and super cool. And then Control was actually a nice, pleasant surprise. I really didn't expect the vibe change. I usually have main points from instrumentals that are the big factor in me liking a song, but honestly the main factor for this is the fact that it's just Dean. Dean is just easy to listen to. And then finally, December, which honestly might have my top songs of the year. Dress, the guy who started off my year with a bang, ended my year with an even bigger bang. A double single release, both of which featuring Belle from Kiss of Life, and then also featuring Big Naughty and Loco. Okay, first off, Belle. Belle has one of, if not, the strongest vocal I have ever heard in K-pop. It's kind of insane. Secondly, I'm personally only a fan of Twilight and not Everything About You. Everything About You is really intense as a song to listen to. If the chorus wasn't so pam 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 at you, then I would definitely listen to it more, but it's just a bit much. That being said, Twilight is a perfect song. I fall for any electric guitar and bass combo. It might be one of my favorite sounds to listen to. And then Belle and Big Naughty in a chill R&B song. Dude, 100% one of my top 2 songs of the year for me. With number 1 being taken by Wings by Cosmic Boy featuring Soul Child and Sodi. Cosmic Boy is, say it with me now, one of my favorite producers ever. I know I say that a lot, but it's because it's true. Also, surprise, surprise, this song has an electric guitar part, which I love. But it's really the vocals and melodies that are so catchy and so beautiful. This song, I will confidently say, is my number 1 of 2024. But we're not done yet. Crush released Dip Cuts Volume 1, but only on YouTube, and I pray every day that it gets released on Spotify because this might be my favorite music Crush has ever made. The whole volume follows a bossa nova feel, and every song feels like an absolute masterpiece. Crush's voice is used a lot more like an instrument here than usual, I guess. And of course, it's amazing because it's Crush's voice. May I Be Your May is so fun and happy. Waiting for the Moon is beautiful. I adore jazz guitar. And Deep Dive into Dip Cuts' piano and drums are so groovy. I missed the shot of getting the vinyl for this album. Hopefully it gets released somewhere because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't. Little Boy released the little EP, Get Back, and remember how I said Little Boy has the best vibes in the field? Well, it made no sense before, and it still doesn't now, but it works in this case because the vibes here are so upbeat. Each of these 4 songs makes you want to bop your head in a different way, and bonus, they all transition perfectly with each other. Wanna Go especially is such a good time. I don't know exactly what this subgenre of the song is. It's something. I know it's something, but I don't know what the name. Someone help me out here. And then finally, on December 23rd, PH1 gave us 2 more songs. As much as I love full-on hip-hop PH1, he's too good with singing rap, so I'm glad we got this before the end of the year. Jung Ji-so did a great job too. Her voice fits perfectly with the song. It's actually a shame that she didn't have a bigger part in it, in my opinion. Oh, and Trust Fall is a really good song too. Actually, I should listen to it more. Regardless, it felt like a perfect way to end the year. But also, this song is hard to feel happy while listening to because of the music video. Don't worry, it's not sad or anything. They're It's just a little. Well, you can watch it yourself. And that was the year for me in terms of music I listened to. Let me know what songs you liked in 2024. They don't have to be the ones I listed today, but do let me know if you listened to any of the ones I recommended, because that makes me happy. And what the heck, drop some music recommendations too if you got any. Okay, I'm gonna go now. This is taking too long, and I'm so tired, and I still have so much work to do while this is being made, and I'm stressing out, and it's not good. Okay, bye. Huh?